Hi guys, welcome back to another Elliott Waves on Cryptos. As promised, I'm just looking at the community poll on YouTube section, and it looks like out of the 5 options that I have given you for for today's video between Elrond, AVAX, Sol, Ethereum and XRP, Ethereum is the winner, 28%. But I decided not to do BTC today because I always do it, so I'm going to do it in the next video, probably on Friday. We're going to also have a look at the second winner in the poll, which is XRP, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you are going to be happy about that. We're going to start, of course, with Ethereum, and as always, do not forget that this video is not investment advice. Okay, it's pure educational. It's to help you make informed decisions. If you have comments, leave them on YouTube section. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I have made a couple of changes in my accounts for both XRP and Ethereum for various reasons. I will explain why. And we're also going to see other alternatives, of course. Before we go into the video, don't forget that for more updates, you can join my Telegram channel. When I do I'm doing 4 daily videos, trading ideas, on-chain analysis, webinars, and other stuff for premium members. If you're interested, hit me up on Telegram. You can find my details, the true details, and the YouTube about section. There is also my email. Don't fall for scams, yeah, because apparently there's been a lot of Telegram groups that they have my image and my name and they're trying to sell something. So be careful. With that said, I think there is nothing else to add for this short introduction. I'll try to keep it short. I will say that, but I never do. But this time I will really try because it's getting a bit late as well. So Ethereum first, and then we'll jump to XRP. Right, guys. So some of you might be surprised with this change. If you recall, and this is now an alternative, what we were looking at, I will tell you why I changed. We were looking at this to be an ABC, right? Remember, ABC, and that would be a wave B, yeah, and that would be then a wave C down here, and we're looking at something similar for wave 4, right, over here, but for a running flat most likely, or well, a flat actually, because this, I'm not sure if it's even 105 or over, but anyway, we were looking for to be still in wave 4, right? Now, I've tried different variations, yeah. I used different relationships and different guidelines and trying to figure out this pattern over here, okay. And whatever way I used, it was nearly impossible, nearly, I will say why, to have this as wave 1, because on the running flat variation that can be only wave 1, unless if we go to W, X and Y again, okay, that would be a different case. But I'm not thinking of this as a W, X and Y because well, for various reasons as well, but it's mainly because of the structure over here, okay, and the fact that we have moved up in a 5-wave move, okay, that could also or is printing patterns that also look like, you know, some sort of correction rather than anything else. In the case of the BTC, I'm looking for a W, X and Y. It could also be an ABC, but you are not forgetting, I believe, that there is an expanded flat here on BTC, right? And that is the reason this is a W, X and Y. And that is the reason now this is not a W, X and Y, and it would be an ABC. But I'm discounting this as the first for now. And my main is this, because as I said over here, we cannot have a wave 1, okay? Or, I mean, even an A would be, but it would be a crazy thing to call this 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. It's just not how markets should be looked at. What does this mean? This is a clear ABC correction, okay? And there is now potentially what we're looking at is an ending diagonal. it doesn't look too diagonalish, but it's the list. It's the list that we can take under consideration now. If we also assume all the other scenarios that I've analyzed today, I came up with this being my main. I'm expecting another leg up, okay? And this leg cannot take us above 6375. Actually, I would be more keen in seeing anything between 5 and 5600s. That is, actually, let me just do it here quickly. Let's find the relationship between 1 and 2. And you see that we come around the, what is that? It's the 70%, right? So in an ending diagonal, because this is what we're looking at, wave 1 is bigger than 3 and 3 is bigger than 5, which means that 5 has to be smaller than 70%. So, you know, anywhere between like 5400s, even 5K or so would make it a very good level, to be fair. But also we need to look at this diagonal line up here and see where we're going to meet prices. This is more of a medium term thing though. I would have to admit, and this is because we are looking at a complex thing over here as well, like what's going on internally, right? Well, I want you to see something. I want you to see that we do have a 5-wave move to the upside over here, right? And as equally as this being an ABC and, you know, continuing higher for 3, 4, and 5, we can also, since we're looking at the end diagonal, have an A, B, and C, okay? Which means I'm expecting a deep correction in B, which I'll be honest, I'm not such a fan of because it's a simple zigzag. And they're not usually retracing as much, because the truth is that we've already retraced 79%. So where would it go? Probably a double bottom here, to be fair. And why? It's because we're looking at this structure over here as well, right? One could say that, okay, what if my ABC ended here and this is 1 and 2? And then what would that be? 1 and 2? And then what would that be? 1 and 2? It's just not possible, especially with these volumes. It's just a very silly thing to go and assume that all of them, they are new waves and new 1 waves. It's just a silly thing. Here's what it looks like though, which is not silly. That looks like a leading diagonal. That looks like an A and a B, and it looks like we're gonna get a wave C. So the moment we cross above previous wave A over here at 41.10, and should we stop around here, we're gonna get the 5th wave of an ending diagonal that is in wave C of wave B, and then we're gonna see a 5-wave move down. I think we're gonna get a double top and double bottoms, sorry, and then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is where this is gonna come to an end, okay? Now, in the longer term, okay, we are where we are. That's gonna get us to wave 3. And then we'll have 4, and then we'll have 5. But this is like long-term stuff, right? Nothing that we are to look with a close proximity. Now, you might also ask, but in the previous scenario, you had wave 4 here. And you might want to ask, what about this being a wave 4 now? I mean, what about these being an ABC here for a flat, right? And instead of us having 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here, we might have like a triangle, because, you know, it's a wave B, right? In a flat. But can a wave be in a flat be a triangle? I'm not going to assume that, because the reality is there is nothing that have crossed my eyes saying that this is optional, to be fair. So what it could be the case though, it could be a case where this is still an ABC over here, right? So that would be like some sort of W, X, and Y, okay? And then X and Z, which is a bit of, you know, triple zigzag up in wave B of a flat, which again comes back to the same narrative. Can we get that in a wave B of a flat? Because a wave B of a flat is not a wave B of a zigzag where you can get a WXY or a triangle or anything else, right? So I would just tell you, and I'm honest, that I have not seen it anywhere in the books that it's allowed. So for that way, I'm gonna stay, up to there until, of course, we have evidence that this can be the case. The other scenario is the one that I've had before. This is A, this is B, and for C, we're gonna get an extension. Okay, we're gonna get something like 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it might end up being a flat, an ending diagonal on its own over here. If that happened, because it's still possible, right? Don't forget that we cannot go above 6,445, 6,445, which means most likely that it would be an AB and a C wave where this is going to be an ending diagonal indeed, right? And if we also look at a potential move to where we can get to, look at this, 634 for the 100%, okay, and 64.45 for 138 for a regular B. So if we start moving higher slowly, we could stop at 79, go down all the way probably to the 50 or something, and then do another leg up. And that is going to be it for a C. And this is my alternative, okay? And that is why, I repeat, well, it's because this wave over here, guys, it's a correction, a very clear correction, okay? And it would be, the probabilities of that being a move to the downside as an impulse are very low at the moment, okay? And since we actually saw Ethereum last. So I'm gonna keep it there for Ethereum, and now I'm gonna switch quickly to XRP because it's already taking a lot of time for Ethereum, and go on XRP. Some of you might be surprised. Here's the change. For the long term, we remain the same, right? We're still looking for wave 1, we're correcting in wave 2, and we were looking for a wave 3 to get all the way up. But here's what I've changed. Last time, we were looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we're looking at this as A, B, and C, right? This A, B, and C assumes that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or assumed, right? Because it has to be a 5-wave move. Now, and on the basis of this being an ABC, because it is an ABC, you will not change my mind that this is an A, B, and a C. I do not see a 5-wave structure here, okay? So for that reason, I've changed this, okay? And it could either be a W, X, and Y, which is my alternative, by the way, and we're gonna shoot higher, which means this is indeed 1 and this is a 2, right? And then we'll move higher. Or what I have here as the main, and I will explain why, is that this is an ABC, and I'll be fair, I don't like this duration of the A and the B as much, but is what it is. It's still within the guidelines. We've got an ABC. To me, this is a clear ABC. This is also an ABC with a nice expanding diagonal in the middle. And then we're looking for another ABC. And then we're looking for another ABC. Yeah, and then I want to see another ABC all the way down for a fresh low. And the moment I get the fresh low, this is when we should higher. That's my wave 2. And that is the reason, by the way, I have this as a main rather than the other one, because that gets us to a lower low. But while it does so, okay, and it gets us back to a previous low, yeah, which we usually find double bottom. The reason is that the correction in the primary wave is going to last longer, okay, because this correction, it looks a little bit short-lived. Now you might say, what is another leg going to add? But what if the other leg takes like another 2 months or so? Then it might as well just be the case, right? But the most important reason is that this is a 5-wave move, okay? It can be read as an ABC, W, X, and Y as well, okay? It can. That's why we're looking at this That's what we've been looking at this all this time. But now, well, with this coming in as well as an ABC, then we have to look at all this structure from here all the way to here and find the one scenario that has most probabilities. And this is the one I am picking because, well, you can say it's a selection, but it shouldn't really be between analysts. But, you know, not all the analysts are the same, so you can understand what I'm saying. Now, does this mean we're done here? Not necessarily. Yeah, we don't get any signals that this can be done for now, but we're going to over territories fairly soon. And once we head one more step up, just above one or maybe one something, and that will still be diagonal, we are going to get a huge signal here on the RSI on the 8 hours, okay? And that is very likely to be the case also on the MACD, okay? And we are on the 8 hour, don't forget. So I'm looking at an ending diagonal, guys, okay? And yes, this is a leading diagonal, this is a B, and this is an ending diagonal. You can have both, apparently. You can have both in an ABC. There is a school of thought that says you cannot have two diagonals in a simple zigzag, but that's not true. You can have both in one structure. Also looks like a very nice diagonal, to be fair, and I mean, it's not sure we can go down for a double bottom over here in case we do continue lower, okay? But we need to look at, I wouldn't look at, we'll have to look at anything below that level. So the 79 is at 48 and the 100% is at 36, right? So we'll have to be careful with that, what's happening here. Now, this is the main. We looked at the alternative, which was the previous main as well, and we said what reasons that we're not really going forza, as we say, with that. And I'm going to bring in now another alternative to the main, okay? That is that wave B is going to be somewhere here, okay? That means that this is A, this is going to be some sort of triangle in B, okay? Because that can also happen. And then we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in wave B over here. And then we're going to correct lower. Okay. Now, we need to see how much we have corrected already in wave B, in the existing wave B, right? To see whether this is something possible. We have done nearly the 77%, which is actually within the ABC guidelines between 38 and 79. So if we do head up, I think we're just going to get a double top over here. Okay, we're going to stop around 150. Yeah, that will be a triangle. That will be a 5-wave move up, and we can expect another 5-wave leg to the downside to complete this ABC pattern, and from there move higher. Why do I believe that? Because if we do get above that level and we go close to 90, then we might as well just change that to an ABC again, and we can expect a flat, which, as I explained before, for these reasons, one is we'll have an impulse 5-wave leg up here, and the other one being that we have a 3-wave here. I wouldn't be expecting this to be a flat, okay? ABC zigzag, and I'm expecting prices to start deteriorating fairly soon. So that's going to be all for the day. I know a little bit different to the usual counts that you see from myself, but you got to ask yourself, how many times have I been off? I'm not going to say wrong. I don't like using this word. How many times have my analysis been off? And I'm not using this analysis to persuade you or anything, or to show off, or look, he's got something new. Let's have a look what it is. I'm actually showing you what I'm seeing as markets evolve, okay, and why. And the reason that you can see how credible this analysis is basically pretty much is that, you know, I am explaining the reason and the logic behind the changes, okay? How many do that? Those you can trust. Those who don't do that probably maybe even watch the good analysts videos and go out and pretend to be wave analysts themselves. But we, the good analysts, can figure those counts out in a jiff. Anyway, guys, that's going to be all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, take it easy in the comments. Yeah, make sure you understand this is not financial advice, it's educational, and trade safe.